Ultrakill, the fraud update is finally here. Rejoice, clap, and fall to your knees in worship. No more are we waiting for hakita to drop peak, because peak has been dropped. There's a new layer, which means we got a whole new playground to jump, slide, and murder in. Except it's less of a playground and more of a constant realization you're trapped in an infinite genjutsu. Ever since it was announced, I was wondering why it was taking so damn long. I was growing impatient, prepared to break into Hakita's house and upload the damn thing myself. Well, I no longer wonder that, because Fraud is a masterclass on trippy ass level design and motion sickness. Throughout my experience of this new layer, the only words that have been uttered from my mouth has been, where am I? Where am I going? Why is the room sideways? And you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll know I'm going the right way when there's lethal projectiles flying in my direction, which is basically all the time. Fraud comes in 4 levels, with the last part being a boss fight. Level 1, you're in a manor. Level 2, you're in an office. Level 3 and 4, you're everything everywhere all at once. If you're actually good at this game and not just gawking at the sheer marvel of level design, it might take you about 1 to 10 deaths and 40 minutes to finish. Now if you're anything like me and think you're too good for anything below violent difficulty while not having played Ultrakill in like months, while throwing up because you're inside an eldritch washing machine, it might take you 20 to 50 deaths and a little over a couple hours. If you haven't played in a while, I highly recommend practicing and getting some of your muscle memory back into action before they throw your ass in the trash compactor. This layer is pretty damn hard, especially on the first go round. Not only can I not rely on memorizing enemy placement, but I can't even rely on the level to not lead me into a door of doom and despair.
We don't fight fair, nigga. We believe in overwhelming force.
There's plenty of moments in this layer where you'll ask yourself, how did I even get over here? And wasn't I just here? Or isn't this where we came in? This part right here had me fucking cheesing, man. I thought that was so cool the first time I saw that. This layer throws every possible twist and turn it can at you. Doors never lead where you think they do. Jumping on a wall means a sudden change in gravity. Running away from an enemy actually leads you right to them, and some locations seem to expand infinitely. I really wonder how he and the team did this shit. Nigga, this is insane. Okay, game devs do not get enough credit for the shit they can pull off, I swear to God. Beware, during combat, which is already chaotic by itself, you might not know where the actual fuck you are, or even where your center of gravity is. Deadass, there's times where I wasn't sure if the floor was the wall, if the floor was the ceiling, or if the floor was the floor, which 90% of the time, the answer is none of the above and all of the above, because the answer is constantly changing. This concept is especially prevalent in level 3, the level with the most amount of mindfuckery. I mean, look at this shit, bro. How the fuck am I supposed to look at this shit, man? But trust, once you figure out what's going on and lock in like the bloodthirsty Roomba you are, you eventually can use the map to your advantage despite not being able to ground yourself. For example, the way that you can see that some rooms loop infinitely into each other, well, enemies do the same, which means you technically have more than one target that's also the same target. Yeah, so you're having trouble aiming at this guy? Maybe try aiming at the next iteration of him. He'll never see it coming. But of course, this means you can get that exact same treatment. Infinitely looping rooms also grants us a bit more maneuverability. While yes, you're technically running into the same enemy you're trying to escape from, it's still a neat way to reposition yourself, especially if you're constantly caught in the middle of some bullshit. Again, which is basically all the time. Anyway, the level design is fucking insane. Clearly, the level design is the spectacle of this new layer, and the skulls I gotta ventilate are just accessories. But if you're trying to put together a good outfit, the accessories are what makes it pop. Fraud throws every single enemy type at you, except a hideous mask, surprisingly.
There he is!
But we got some new friends to play with anyway, one of which are powers, basically angelic mind flayer Gabriels. So if you're a Yuri enthusiast, I'm sure you're excited for the abundant amount of fanfics and Rule 34 coming your way. But I mean, it's not like the Ultrakill fandom is foreign to wanting to stick their peni in robots and angelic beings anyway.
Smash.
They're kinda tanky and share a bit of Gabriel's moveset. And just like Gabriel, they have a temper. If you parry them, they get a little grumpy.
Bye-bye!
Well, if I got styled on by a random ass blue piece of tin, I'd probably be pretty tilted too, I'm not gonna lie. There's also these things, named Providences, another take on the biblically accurate angel. They stare at you with their unsettling big ass eye, shoot a matrix of lasers at you, and are an absolute bitch to aim at. Just my advice, don't even bother trying to whiplash these creatures. Yeah, it works sometimes, but they are Weave Nation certified and will have you looking stupid.
Weave?
Luckily for us, they're squishy and pretty rewarding to kill. After you send them back on high, they leave a free explosive that doubles as a health pack. Just try your best to blind them, if you catch my drift. Death Catchers, these, whatever these are basically demonic idols. Instead of making an enemy invincible like an idol would, Death Catchers respawn the enemy you just killed in blood form. This can range from Filths to Andres to the goddamn sword machines. Enemies are weaker in blood form, so it'll take less bullets to put them back in the ground, or to respawn them again. It'll basically keep doing this until the game is like, alright, you had enough. Safe to say, all of these enemies are a fun and welcome addition to the enemy roster. I accept them into the family. Except for this guy, he was never accepted. If I could exile this nigga to a place below hell, I would. Now honestly, I was expecting that golden arm to show up, but you know what? I'm glad we didn't get any new toys yet. We have yet to prove ourselves, for we have one more layer to go, and I think we're already pretty well equipped for what's next. Honestly, I'm anticipating the arm to either be a post-game reward, a secret in the next layer, or a required weapon you need to kill the final boss. You know, kinda like, Storm Ruler in Demon Souls, kinda like that. Anyways, yeah, Fraud is dope. Super dope. May even make you feel like you're on dope. That's how dope it is. Hakita and the team really cooked on this one. I cannot wait for the next layer. I cannot, and it's only 2 levels. We are gonna eat good. We are gonna eat. I know we are. But I can wait. I'm pretty full now, and I still need to recover. My head is still spinning, and I'm off my equilibrium. Ultrakill is $25 on Steam right now, so go grab you a copy. But remember, what I say does not do this game justice. Go to hell.
Grab a gun.